Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's story is one that starts with laughter meant to humiliate, but ends with silence so loud it changes everyone forever. This is the story of how they invited the so-called class loser to their 10-year high school reunion just to mock her, never imagining she would arrive by helicopter 10 years ago. Her name was Lena Carterand, and her school. That name meant only one thing. Lena was the girl teachers barely noticed and classmates openly laughed at. Her clothes were always a size too big. Hand-me-downs from cousins she'd never met. Her shoes were worn thin, soles peeling, laces mismatched. She sat alone at lunch, always at the same corner table near the trash cans, in it because she liked it there, but because no one else wanted her near them. Her parents had died when she was 11. Car accident. Her life collapsed. Moved in with her sick grandmother in a one-bedroom apartment above a closed-down grocery store. Money was tight. Some nights there was dinner. Some eats there was. Worked after school cleaning offices and weekends washing dishes. Did her homework late at night under a flickering bulb. Fighting sleep, fighting tears, but none of that mattered to her classmate. Them. She was just poor, awkward, quiet, and strange. They mocked her walk. They mocked her silence. They mocked the way she flinched when people raised their voices. Worst of them was a group led by Jason Miller, golden boy football captain. Rick, parents perfect, smile, made Lena's life miserable. Head call her charity case in front of everyone. Hide her backpack. Spilled drinks on hair. During a presentation, he played a video on his phone showing edited photos of Lena with cruel captions. Class laughed. Teacher did nothing. Lena stood there, frozen, face burning, hands shaken. That day, something broke inside her, but something else was born. To a promise. Promised herself that one day, none of them would ever laugh at her again. Graduation day, come everyone, hugad everyone talked about big future except Lenoche left quiet. Fatos no goodbye parties. No one noticed she was Guineas passed for most of her classmates. Life went exactly as expected. Jason went into his father's real estate business. Others married, divorced, settled. Some stayed in their hometowns, some moved, but never really escaped. Then one day, an idea was born in a group chat titled Westbrook High, class of 2016. Someone suggested a 10-year reunion. Jason loved the idea, especially when someone said, laughing, "We should invite Lena Carter." To the messages exploded with laughing emojis. Does she even exist anymore? Probably still cleaning toilets. Maybe she'll come begging for leftovers. Jason typed, invite her. I want to see what life did to her. They found her email, sent an invitation, but not a kind one. Message was dripping with fake politeness and hidden cruelty. It would be so great to see everyone. Even you. Lena read the email in silence. Shade didn't. Smiles didn't. Krish simply closed her laptop for a long moment. She stared out of the window of her office. 40 floors above the city, glass walls, a skyline glowing in the sun. Sithin, she whispered softly to herself. Okay, because the truth was, Lena Carter was no longer the girl they remembered after graduation. She had worked jobs at Wunchesh, studied at night, learned coding, online, taught herself business strategy, failed again and again, slept in her car for a year, ate instant noodles for months, bet she never keyed it. She founded a logistics tech startup. Bavarian said it would fail. It didn't. It explode within 3 years. It was valued at hundreds of millions. B30. Lena was a self-made multimillion investments goal control. One thing she valued above all else, never posted on social media. Attended interviews. Her face was almost unknown, except in board. Reunion was held at a luxury country club. Marble chandelier, champagne fountains. Jason arrived in a rented sports car, making sure everyone saw. People laughed loudly, bragged loudly. Waited. Samin joked, maybe Lena couldn't afford gas. Another said, maybe she's lost then. A sound filled the air. Blades guests looked up, confused. Music stopida, sleek black helicopter descended onto the club's private lawn. Wind whipping dresses, knocking over glasses. Varian stared. Stunith helicopter landed. Stores open. A pilot stepped out and Lenoche walked out, calmly tailored, black suits, elegant, no flashy jewelry, hair, posture confident, unbreakable hair tied neatly, sharp. Focus edge. Didn't rush, didn't smiles. Walked forward as if the world had finally aligned with her. Pestilence fell over the crowd. Whispers spread. Is that her? No way, that can't be Lena. Jason's face, drained of color, laughed nervously. Nice entrance, he said loudly, trying to regain control. Renting helicopters now. Lena looked at him, really looked at him for the first time. Jason felt small. She replied calmly, no. Company transport. A murmur rippled through the room. People stared harder. Questions forming. Lena was escorted in Sadivari step echo Daviri. I follow with girl they once mocked, now commanded the room without saying a word. During dinner, people tried to talk to her. Word compliments. Laughters answered politely. Briefly, the microphone was passed around for speech. Assassin grabbed it. Drunk on ego and fear, let's hear from Lena, he said. Our biggest surprise. Laughter followed. Thin and uneasy. Estu took the microphone. The room held its breath. She began softly. 10 years ago, most of you knew me as the class loser. No one laughed. You mocked my clothes, my silence, my pain faces. lowered. You invited me here tonight thinking I would arrive exactly as you remembered me. She paused, small, broken, ashamed. The room was dead quiet. She continued, but here's what none of you understood back then. Humiliation can either destroy someone or forge them into something unrecognizable. Some people wiped their eyes, others stared at their plates. Jason shifted uncomfortably and looked directly at him. You taught me resilience without meaning to. Every laugh pushed me forward. Every insult hardened my resolve. So thank you. Her voice was calm, not bitter. I didn't come here to brag. I didn't come here to humiliate anyone. I came because the girl you invited deserved closure. She placed the microphone down and added softly, she's finally at peace. Then she walked away toward the exit, toward the waiting helicopter. No apologist. Stunned silence as the helicopter lifted into the night sky. Jason stood frozen for the first time in his life. He understood what it meant to lose not money, not status, but dignity, and somewhere above the city lights. Lena looked out of the window, not with anger, not with pride, but with freedom, because the past no longer had power over her. And that is the real victory. If this story moved you, inspired you, or reminded you to never underestimate anyone, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Because sometimes the ones people laugh at the most are the ones who rise the highest.